Four-time Boston Marathon winner, one of the greatest runners this city has ever seen, Bill Rodgers, here with me now. And to be honored tonight at the tradition, what does it mean to you?
You know, it means a lot. I know I'm with these athletes who reach the peak in their sport, you know, and we're here at the Garden, almost the epicenter of Boston sports, really, you know, going way, way back, the history of sports in Boston, you know, one of the strongest cities in the country, probably in the world, really, about sports. And so I love that. I also love it that, you know, we don't get to really meet each other hardly ever. I've met ML Carr once before, you know, and I've watched Celtics games and all, but we're all focused on our sport because we're kind of like, we're pretty intense about our sports, you know, and as you know, you cover this, but I also love, it's for young people, you know, so New Balance and the Garden people have come together, and you know, to reach out and stop struggles with kids who might be struggling in school and then hit someone or take it out on someone else, and try to take a look at how sports can help a lot of people, help me a lot, and I think that's a major role for the sports athletes today, you know. More than ever, we really need that. You know, particularly at this time, we're kind of a time of tricky politics. You know, I grew up in the 60s and everything, which was another time of challenging politics, which is hard for our country. But I think sports brings people together. And so we know that. There's some pretty big crowds at all the different teams and the Boston Marathon too. So it's an honor. I'm just happy that Tom Grill, the former director of the BAA, invited me.
And you hit the nail on the head that there's no better sports city than Boston. You see the teams honored, but there's no marathon like the Boston Marathon. Out of the four that you've won, does any of them stick out and, you know, seem more significant than the others?
Yes, first one. Because in '75, you know, I ran much faster than my personal best ever. I won the race. It was the fastest time in the world. And so I had they call it a breakthrough. Athletes do it all the time, wherever you can, and everyone does it. Everyone can have a breakthrough race, and that's why people come to Boston, though it is the most challenging marathon in the world. You know, I would say New York City marathon's maybe second as a challenge, you know, to really duke it out and do your best. You can't run that fast on this course, you know, because it's springtime weather, which could be warm, or it could be cold, like when Desi Linden took the title, you know, and it's hilly. You got to duke it out with the hills of Boston. But the history, you know, 126 years, it kind of describes the city of Boston itself as this really old North American city with all the power that entails. And so people, particularly from the United States, they want to run Boston, but from around the world, more and more and more. I used to go to New York and I would see runners from all over the world, and I've traveled a lot in marathoning around the world. But now it's becoming Boston too, you know, whether they are from Europe or North America or Africa or South America, because global sport.
Congrats on tonight's honor. Thank you for taking the time to talk to me. The slowest I think we'll see you tonight. Four-time Boston Marathon winner.
Thank you
very much.
Thank you
Appreciate
very much.